Hi everyone, welcome back to C Sharp Corner live show. I'm your host Stephen Simon, and we are back with another episode. And this show is dedicated to growth mindset, success, and motivation. We will be joined by Mahesh Chand in a moment, but before we do that, we have a very exciting stuff coming for you. So if you are watching us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch, we have a live contest happening where you need to take a screenshot or maybe a picture of you attending the live show, and you can tag us on social media platforms at C Sharp Corner, and we will be doing giveaways in every 15 minutes. And I'm gonna show you what are the exciting stuff we have. We have an amazing zipper with C Sharp Corner that says C Sharp Corner. You can also get these eco-friendly pencils. You use it and then again you plant it. And then we also have C Sharp Corner t-shirts, this one and also the one that I'm wearing. So all these you're gonna get in this live show. All you need to do is take a picture of you attending the live show and tag us on social media platforms, and we will be announcing bunch of winners in the live show itself. So let us invite the guest of the show today, Mahesh Chand. Hi Mahesh, welcome to the live show.
Good morning, Simon. How are you? Good evening there in India. Good morning there in
Yeah,
the US.
I'm doing fantastic. Looks like you're running from one live show to the other, and it looks like you are having a very busy morning.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little busy. It's Friday here, sunny, nice. Summer is almost done, so nobody's here. I'm from home.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is good. It's always good in the morning. To back to looks like this show, I want to add a couple of more things that we are giving away some goodies during the show to people who are sharing even this live show on their social media. So
Yes.
just let us know. By the way, I also have some goodies to give away. I have a live share t-shirt. This is the one
Mhm.
same I'm wearing here.
Yeah.
We are going to give away some t-shirts. And I have these awesome bands here, C Sharp Corner
Oh,
community bands, which I
yeah.
have here, which I'm going to ship there for you too as well.
Yeah,
So
I don't know. I don't see.
we are going to make this exciting. We are going to make this show really exciting. We want to make it fun.
Yeah.
Uh,
Looks like
so
we have some guests joining from the previous show. Thank you so much for joining to this show again. Looks like people just love the previous show.
yeah, welcome back. Welcome to the show from previous show, guys. Welcome, and then again, this is open to Q&A as well. In the end, first we will
Mhm.
do go through the growth mindset session, and then during the section, another exciting stuff is I have a small quiz for you. It's just simple 4 questions, and then it will decide that if you have a growth mindset or not.
Mhm. Perfect.
So,
So
have we get started?
yeah, definitely, and make sure we have the contest going on. So you
All right.
tag
So
us on.
let's get to my slides. Can you see my slides?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Growth Mindset Show. And the reason it's a growth mindset show is that, I've been reading a lot about growth mindset, and I like this whole topic so much that it's fascinating to me how successful people they do things, they think, and they are motivated. So we want to start this show with the kicking off this intro show, what growth mindset is, and what we're going to learn in this show. And then each week, again, this show is again every week, every Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, the same time right now. And we are going to bring a guest every week after this week. So let's get started. In today's session, what I'm going to cover is these 4 topics. One is, start with what's the benefit of growth mindset. Before I explain what growth mindset is, I want to talk about benefits, so it gets you more excited. Okay, then we're going to think about look at what growth mindset is. Then we're going to compare these fixed growth and purpose mindset, and then we're going to test your mindset. What kind of mindset do you have? Does it make sense, Simon?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
All right. So let's get started, right? What are the benefits of growth mindset? These are some of the benefits. Look at it. So first thing it does is builds confidence and self-esteem. It makes you fearless. So you're not afraid of taking risks, doing anything new. It increases focus and productivity. See, we all want to be more productive, right? In different things. Either we are working for our own, we're working for the company, we're doing low stuff at our home. Again, growth mindset has nothing to do with your job or your work. It's all about everything about you. It applies everywhere, at home as well, and as well as work. Um, do you get disappointments from failure? If you do, maybe you will change your once you know what growth mindset is and how to build it. It's going to help you with anxiety and stress, and you're going to start enjoying work and life. And in the end of the day, ultimately, goal is to become successful. So having growth mindset is going to lead you in that direction. Again, welcome to the show. My name is Mahesh Chan. I'm a founder of C Sharp Corner. Welcome to the C Sharp Corner Live Show Growth Mindset. Again, one more time, this show is every Friday. And during the show, we are also giving away some, community C Sharp Corner community goodies and good stuff for people who are sharing this on their social media. Feel free to share on social media and let us know. Tag us on Twitter and YouTube, and depends on Facebook. So now we know what are the benefits of growth mindset. Before I explain and talk about what growth mindset is, we are going to test everybody's mindset. And you're going to test your own mindset that you have a growth mindset or not. So these are four questions. The way it works, the way quiz works is these are four questions. You are going to answer yourself, and each question has yes and no answer. It's just yes and no. Put yes and no. For yes, you're going to get 1 point. For no, you're going to get 0 points. And if end of the day, you have to ask how many points you have. And then if you have more than 1 point, you do not have growth mindset. So let's start with the question one. Question one is, have you learned anything new today? Answer is yes and no. So if it's yes, then give yourself 1 point. Well, this kind of messed up, but you get the idea. Let's just keep continue adding your points. So if you say you have learned anything new today, just give 1 point. Do you like challenging work? Give yourself 1 point. Do you often work more hours than you should be? When you say work doesn't mean your job, means things you do. Like you could be, working at your home project. Do you work more than you should be doing that? And then, are you always right? So this question is messed up. The last question. Um, so last question, I'm going to rephrase it. Are you always right or wrong, or listen to other people and say maybe I'm not right? So you're going to reverse this question four, and ask yourself yes and no. And if your answer of these questions is four, then you have a growth mindset. If your answer is three, you are okay. Answer is two, you are in the middle. If your answer is one or zero, you do not have a growth mindset. So that's just homework for you. It's not for me. So let's talk about what growth mindset is. Growth mindset, actually, the term was invented or coined by Carol Dweck. She's an American psychologist at Stanford. She also has a book, and I have this book as well here. That's where I'm learning a little more, and I get few more books. Book is called Mindset. So when she was, teaching, she started doing a research with the students and kids, and she started doing, research with the student, like why some children like to solve problems and why some don't, why some enjoy challenges, why some don't, why some have hard time learning new things and why some don't. So based on that theory, she has written this book. And by the way, I'm still reading this book. I'm still going through. we just want to launch this show before I learn more things, so we can just get going. And I think the reason I'm going with growth mindset is it also going to connect us towards our how to get a better job, how to start our own company and make sure it's successful, how to find a new co-founder. So it applies in consulting, in jobs. This theory applies everywhere. So that's the reason we are really starting the show. And again, this show is also open for question and answers. You can ask any questions, any kind of questions about career advice, growth mindset, jobs, consulting, startups, anything. So they will still be here for one more, for the entire hour. So what is growth mindset? If you look at the definition here, growth mindset people who have growth mindset, they believe that the abilities they are born with can be developed and improved. It's that simple. Means, in other words, you think that what, you can get better at everything, you can change things, you can change your life, you can change your mindset. You just don't give up, right? That's what growth mindset is. Carol broke down mindset in two types: fixed mindset and growth mindset. Fixed mindset is people where they think that I am born with these skills and I don't think I can, do anything more than that. I don't think I can change myself. I don't think I am, able to do certain other things which I'm not, used to. And most of people are like that. Like majority of people are like that. The second is growth mindset, as we just saw earlier. Growth mindset is people think that their basic abilities can be developed and improved over time, and they focus on growth and improvements all the time. One key thing about growth mindset is this mind is always thinking about, like, how can I do better, how can I get better at things, how can I be, growing in my career, in my life, or helping others, and so on, so forth. So always improving. It's not saying, what, I'm done, life is good, and I'm just chilling. Most successful people do have growth mindset, majority of them. And then there's a third thing I added. This is my own definition. I added this purpose mindset. Obviously, there's some other people also talk about purpose mindset, or they talk about, benefit mindset, and there's different terms. But purpose mindset is for people who believe and focus on bigger purpose in life, which is like, why do you do what you do? How is it impacting others' lives? Not just your own, how is it impacting others' lives? And how to make this world better, a better place. Most leaders have this purpose mindset. Purpose mindset is extension of growth mindset, where not only these people are getting better and improving what they do, but they also think about beyond their own benefits. They think about, in general public and people, and they look at big leaders like, if you look at leaders like Gandhi and Mother Teresa, and these, they were growth mindset people. Purpose mindset people. Anybody who is building things for all everybody, right? That's a purpose mindset. So look at this screen, and you guys can take a screenshot, and I'll share this screen as well. So if fixed mindset people how they think versus growth mindset people how they think. Fixed mindset people will always think that, um, how, if you say something or post something, or let's say you post an article on C Sharp Corner, or you create a video, and some people are commenting on that and saying, oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, and they just start getting offensive, and they start thinking like, why can people think bad thing, I'm the best. Then other question, they they try to challenge that other people, they try to convince them that. Other questions, similar questions can be, I don't like to be challenged, I stick with what I know the most, I can only do certain things. So they also believe in fate, that no, this is my fate, there's nothing I can do about it. They easily give up on things if they don't get it done, or they don't, you know like what they see. They get jealous of other success also. If other people are successes, this is another um, trait we have seen. A lot of research are saying that they're not happy when they see others succeed. Growth mindset on the other side says I'm an unstoppable, means they believe, it doesn't mean they do it, they believe they can do anything they want. They are powerful. And again, keep in mind, when you are young versus you're old, this changes over time. Mindsets can be changed, okay? Because just because in the beginning you think this way doesn't mean you're going to think forever like that way. This changes over time if you want to. um, Growth mindset people thinks that critics are their best friends, means if somebody criticize them for what they do, they learn from that and they try to improve from that. And they believe in they can do anything they want. They get bored with the same stuff doing every day again and again. They believe they can create their own luck. They love challenges. And they believe that every failure is a learning lesson. They learn from failure. And they, it doesn't mean they give up on that. They do, so they keep doing it, keep moving it. And they get inspired and motivated by other success. So you can see from the screen, you can compare those two mindset and ask yourself, which mindset am I? And some may be half here, some may be half there. And the end goal is that you want to be a growth mindset. And the reason is that because all these scientists and research and all the work is done, is they say if you have a growth mindset, you are more happy and successful in life, and that's the end goal, right? And that's what C Sharp Corner community is all about. When we launched the C Sharp Corner community, our goal is not just to show you and give you a sample code, because that's not helping you grow. We don't even like the idea of giving code samples to people when they say, oh, I need help with that and here's code, go. People, where they're going on these different websites and they get code samples, get their work done and leave, that's basically making you a fixed mindset. Your mind is thinking like, oh, I have a problem, I'll go to this website, they will give me a code, I'll copy it, or I'll go to Google, copy code and do my work and done. That's actually bad for you. That's creating a fixed mindset, not a growth mindset. So, guys, think about it, what you do every day. But if you go, you have a problem, you go to a website, you look at the code, you learn about it, how it's being done, you understand that, and you try to even make it better and see, can I even improve this code? Because I need to understand that it's doing right thing, what I suppose it to do, and can I even improve it? That's the growth mindset. So that's how you have to think. And that's all. That's the presentation in this. Now we will go back to the live show. And I'm here back. And again, we're going to open this up for questions, answers. But today, I want to focus on what growth mindset is, what fixed mindset is, and why on C Sharp Corner community we do all the things what we do. And again, you guys can start asking questions. And again, we cover any questions here, and we have again for until I would say 11 a.m. So we have 40 to 38 minutes. Simon, back to you.
Yeah, I'm definitely back, and I see people tweeting us on Twitter with some amazing tweets and social media posts. Keep tagging us, and we will very soon come out with first few prizes.
Should we pick up winners already while we're waiting? Well, I'm going to add more. Continue to the show.
Yeah, definitely we can pick one. You want me to go ahead and show the tweets that we have?
Yeah,
The first one.
we should definitely announce the names and tweets and announce the winner.
Mhm. All right. So I think the. All right. Okay. Let me go ahead. The first one that we have is Deepa Mehta. She has been very consistent on our live show. She has taken a selfie and posted on Twitter. So congratulations, Deepa.
So first one definitely wins, because first is always a starting point and it's the hardest part. So first winner always
Yeah.
wins. So you should definitely announce a goodie for her. We will see how, but we're gonna give away some of these bands. So I will see how I can figure out to ship these to India, and then you guys can ship from there. So she's
Yeah.
definitely the winner in there. Are there any questions? We can even take some older questions about
Yeah, I
job,
mean,
career, success, motivation, and consulting,
yeah.
project, anything.
Yeah, definitely. We have a question from the viewers. It's Naveen Kumar. He says, "I'm searching how to apply machine learning to detect any defects in plants by pest. How to use ML on my platform? Any services are available?"
I mean, that's great. You're learning machine learning. I personally do not know. Maybe you can help with that. It's about the data models, right? You have to have a lot of data, and then
Yeah,
apply in that. Um, I'm not
there,
aware of this.
I mean, there are many pre-trained data that are available. If you're using Azure or if you're using AWS, they provide all these things on the fly. And if you're not using any of the cloud services, there are also some of the cascades file available, which are again already trained. You just need to bring it to your local system and then just use it very simply. So just search for cascade files space, whatever you need, and definitely you're going to get that. And it would definitely work a lot more better if you use TensorFlow rather than if you're using scikit-learn. So that would be my feedback for that.
And I
All right.
believe you're also launching a live series on machine learning, also, right?
Yeah, and that is, as you said, that's as you did talk about the cloud. It is that would be machine learning specifically on how to do it on cloud. That also low code, no code. So that's gonna
Okay,
be an exciting one.
great. Back to growth mindset now, right? We're going to go back to growth mindset, then we're going to come back to the questions again, right? That's how we will go for this next 35 minutes.
Mhm.
So the the growth set mind, again, I said, I'm reading a lot of books. Literally I have 8, 10 books here, and I read from books. I watch TED talks and YouTube and all that, and then I apply that theory to myself, and then I learn from that, and then I try to share on C Sharp Corner. um, One of the thing in the long time ago is that when I start writing articles on C Sharp Corner, um, there's people start posting like, oh, this is a bad code, and this is bad article, and this is bad English and all that. And then if I think back, I used to get pissed, like, whoa, I'm sharing free, dude, you want it or not, get out of here. So slowly over time, then you learn from that, and then you realize that that's the best way you can improve yourself, by learning from critics and comments. People are posting about you. Because if listen, if somebody comes to you and always says, oh, you're great, you're doing awesome, um, and that's how, like, parents do, right? Most parents, grandparents, they'll say, you're awesome, good job, and they're always motivating you. So that's not kind of helping you. You feel good, that's great, but that's not really helping you in long run, right? Even there is a theory here, there's theory that kids who get prize for every sport they participate in are not as competitive as the one they compete and then win something, and so that's kind of the theory, and scientists have proven these theories, different theories, that this is how mind works. You have to compete for things, right? So if we apply that in our coding, programming area and software development, doing participating in hackathons, open source projects, solving the problems, even at work. If you're This is what I see all the time at work. If you are assigned some work, and if your boss and manager is asking you, that's a problem. That's a fixed mindset. Growth mindset is already available, ready. Say, you know what? Before you ask, I'm ready. This is good to go. And now you will say that I don't feel like, because this is not my project, this is not my company, this is not my work. But that's where you start failing, because you're telling your mindset, I don't need to do those things, which are, I don't want to. So you're literally telling your brain and mind is that it's okay not to be proactive and be aggressive on those areas. But once you start doing other way around, means you start taking interest, showing, get it done before, letting them know. Now your mind is thinking about this way, and it's just training itself. Mind is like, forget machine learning, I'm saying mind learning. Our mind learns from these data models. Whatever the data model you will feed them, algorithm you will put in, your mind will become that. And then it will affect you personally as well, not just work. So people who are lazy at work are also going to be lazy in their personal success or work or whatever they do. That's fact. I'm telling you right now. Unless there's some project you really hate, you don't like, another project you really love. So it depends on, right? So
Yeah.
growth mindset is also equally important of finding the work you love to do. It helps because now you're more motivated to do things. You're more excited to. You wake up and you're like, I can't stop. I can't wait to work on this project. Um, so, all right, there's a feedback here. You want to take a question here?
Yeah. It's by Paul. He says, regarding the growth mindset, I try to maintain one, but find myself slipping into more cynical, fixed mindset all the time. How do you maintain it and have a confidence in yourself?
So that's a great question. We often run into that, right? And it's just not you, Paul. By the way, it's like most of us run through this, right? And that's why my next show will be how to build a growth mindset. This was just like how to intro. Next show we want to do how to build a growth mindset step by step. And but again, there's certain things we can definitely do here because when you find yourself into these situations, the one of the best way I find myself is that finding the right company, be in the right company, and share what's going through you with others. And when I say right company, mean similar minded people who are growth mindset, who are motivators, who are inspiring others, not the people who are negative, who are always thinking negative thoughts. So the best way is that whenever you feel that way, you need to have a, and it's going to take a time, right? You can just go out say like, let me find four friends who are motivators, right? It's not going to happen. So, and as I said in my even previous shows, we need to avoid people who have negative energy, negative mindset. That affects our brain as well, that affects our mindset as well. So we need to always look around people who understand such, who are always being positive and trying to motivate us. That's the one thing I have found worked is is. And then again, how do you gain confidence in yourself? It's a process, and you sometimes there are times where you have to tell your mind. Now you'll say, how can I tell my mind? Because my mind is telling myself, right? My mind is the decision maker. So there is a something bigger than physical brain. Brain is a, and I don't want to go too much detail in this first show to bore people, but there is a brain. In our brain is physical component of our body, right? It's a weird shape, this, that's brain. And mind is our whole decision making with the help of brain. Mi- you compare with computer, right? Computer has a hardware, right? Computer has a CPU, the processor is the hardware that processes instructions. And then we have the software is operating system, software is the app we install. Software and hardware combined, the CPU and operating system combined becomes the brain of a computer. Same thing with our mind. Our mind is a not just a physical brain, but also combination of other uh, you know cells being generated, working through and doing a lot of work. That's combined. So we can train those over time. And that's what growth mindset is. You continue to growing your mind, your brain, right? Your brain cells in your mind. That's the process of growth mindset, is how do you train your mind. So it's in, again, I'm going to have more details in my next show here, same time, 10 a.m. Eastern. We're going to do same show where I'm going to cover the topic how to build a growth mindset. If you do not have a goal growth mindset, like previous questions, you probably know, you have an idea. Am I a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? But I'll have some steps, like 10 steps I'm working on. I'll have those ready, how to build a growth mindset. um, so hopefully that helps, Paul. But again, it's then just never give up, right? First thing is never give up. There's always going to be so many problems in life, so many situations where you say, you know what, I can't take it anymore. But That's the first thing to start, is like be try to be positive in all situations. Simon. All right, I can't hear you. Can you?
Yeah, yeah. So there's one next question from Sean. He says, "How can we distinguish between constructive criticism and unconstructive negativity from negative mindset people?"
Well, how can you can basically how can you distinguish is really, it's hard, because negative feedback will come all the time. People will say negative things, but you have to ask yourself, is it helping me? As a growth mindset is always asking itself this question, that whatever am I doing right now, is it helping me? Okay, somebody comes and says bad things to you, and if it's not helping you to improvement, you just ignore that. I would say don't even pay attention to that. And I know it's hard. I know if somebody comes tells bad things to me, I'm going to think about this days and months. If say somebody, oh, uh, did you gain weight, or did you have a belly, whatever, just it could be any comment, you're going to think this over like months and months and months. This is natural behavior of mind, right? We pay more attention to negative things, and about ourselves and others as well. But the best way to not pay attention is to keep your mind busy on other things that matters to more. Busier the mind, better you will pay attention to bad negative things, right? So let's take an example, right? We'll take an example that um, somebody could post a comment on my article, and he says something that, oh, this part of the code is bad. So that's a criticism I want to take and learn and fix from that. Okay. And then if somebody just comes and says, you shouldn't be posting anything, you're just garbage, without any details, I wouldn't care about that. I'll just skip it, because those people will always do that. That's what they do. They have nothing else to do. There's always 10% people in this world, average, I'm not saying exact 10%. There's about 10% of people, or less or more, they will not like you regardless of who you are, what you do. Nobody, don't care. They just don't even look at it. So if you look at the people in the world, right, there's some people they'll always like you, no matter you're good or bad. There's some people they will not like you, and there's some people they will change their mind, right? So people who will never like you regardless of what you do, those are the people you want to ignore. But there are people, they are just giving you this criticism or negative feedback because they sincerely want you to improve. They are looking out for you. They are your best friends. Those are the people you want to listen to.
Perfect. So let's move to the next question that we have is from Satyam. He says, "Who has been your inspiration?" This is a question even I would like to know, right?
So that's
Who
a
has
good
been your
question, and I just don't know myself. Seriously, I don't know. There's no one person. There's no real physical person who is in my contact, who is my inspiration. During the lifetime, we get inspired from different people, right? It's just not one person. When I was in high school, my uncle, I was inspiration of my uncle. Was whatever he was doing, I was learning from him. He's engineer. I grew up in a village where we didn't have resources, schools or nothing. So he took me with him when he got a job. I did studies with him. So obviously he was my inspiration when I was young. Then you grow up, you find other people, but I have always been inspired by our lot of these Hindu philosophers, right? Swami Vivekanand, Mahatma Gandhi. Wait, my battery is low. Hold on, guys.
Yeah, I could hear that echo. I mean, the sound.
Okay. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so I've been inspired by recently. I've been inspired by Bill Gates, whatever he's doing for the entire human race. So it changes, right? I'm inspired by Kabir. Kabir, his what all every Doha, Kabir Doha is so applies to our lives. And I'm inspired by Gita, right? Our Gita, Bhagavad Gita. That's a that basically is the essence of everything, how human life is and how it should be, how you should be doing if you want to grow in your life and career. So it's just not one person. I don't have one I don't have, I wish I did. I don't have one, teacher or somebody mentor who can mentor me and say, do, I just, um, I don't know why, but that's how it is.
Just not giving credits to one person.
It just it just changes, right? There's no one person really. I can
Yeah,
go
I
and
mean,
call. I have this problem. How can I, and we'll see. It just changes.
yeah, 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 definitely. So, moving on to I think we still have some questions. It's about the certifications from the
We should
previous show.
also. We have any other winners? We should every time in between. We should keep announcing the winners as well. So
All
we are
right, so
already.
all right, so let's go ahead and announce the next winner of this live show, and he is Satyam Garg, who recently just asked the question. So, congratulations, Satyam.
All
He
right. What
says,
is he getting? You gonna give him something?
so probably okay. I think with the cool stuff that we have is this zipper, right? So Satyam, you get this C sharp corner cool zipper that you can keep next to you, and we're gonna ship it to you very soon. So congratulations.
Yeah, and then you can reach out to Simon, get address and everything else.
Yeah, just reach out to me on Twitter, and we'll ship it to you. So congratulations, Satyam.
All right. So let's get back to some take some couple of questions.
Yeah, I think we have one more question from Paul. He says there's a school of thought in psychology that cognitive skills such as IQ, memory, etc., are relatively fixed or decline in adulthood. Does this mean we are ultimately limited in what we can achieve via a growth mindset?
So that's a great question again. That means when we grow, do we start, losing our cognitive skills as well as, mindset? So the fact is that our brain grows the most until 13 years old, right? So by the time we are 13, our we already have almost adult mind brain. Brain is the function of mind. Brain, stores these chemicals, the cells, everything combined. So by the time we are 24, 25, we are at the peak physically. So our brain works the best by 24, 25. And when I talk to young guys and students, that's why everybody you hear, the old people, they say that this is the best time for you to do achieve anything. You want to become something, now is the time. And it's a fact that after a certain age, especially after 40, we physically start declining our majority of physical strengths, including cognitive. um, and that's a fact. That's just how it is. But it doesn't mean you have to lose. You cannot keep growing. There is a theory that if you continue to do some exercises, some skills growth mindset, you can still continue to create and generate new cells in your brain, even though you're older. You can even generate, you are 50 years, 60 years old. So generating those new cells means growing the brain. I think by default we have about 100 billion neurons in our brain. That's when you are at the full peak, 100 billion. And those start, the generation of new neurons continue generating every day. And that generation kind of slows down with the age, but you can recreate some of those by doing certain activities like physical exercises, like running, not like bench pressing, but running. There's certain exercise you can do. You can do a lot of problem solving, always helps. So even Bill Gates tweeted out this, last year or the year before from Carol, is that we can grow our brains and mind by doing certain things, and one of them is by doing things those are hard for you, by doing things that you cannot easily solve, and by challenging ourselves. So if somebody continue to, if you look at these guys who are problem solving in chess and playing these mind games, they will, chances are their decline will be, slower compared to the one they are just going to the gym and doing bodybuilding all the time. And again, I'm not expert in this field, All I do is read bunch of things, and that's I share. So if you want, get more into, I think this book is good book. I highly recommend this good. That's what exactly Carol talks about in this book, is that does it decline? Does your brain cells, how you can keep motivating, how keep growing? So I highly recommend. It's only $9 something on Amazon. I got it other day. There's another book I'm reading right now. It's very I'm finding very interesting. Is Grit. It's basically all about, again, changing your mindset, brain, telling yourself, and keep going, and how to become successful. Highly recommended books. When I read more, learn more, we're going to talk more in different shows as well. Again, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a physicist. I'm not a expert in these fields. Our goal through community is bring these different topics, get you excited, get you motivated, so you can go and learn more. That's all C Sharp Corner community is all about. It's not about making you the expert programmer or developer or architect, but actually show you different things and motivate you so you can go and work on it.
That's perfect. So, moving on to the next question that we have from the beginning of the show. Where did it go? It's about the from the previous show, sir. Maybe she's very curious about it.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
would ask, "Sir, I have a query about certification. Is it necessary to join a company? And also, I'm quite good in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then, what should I start first, Angular or React?"
Um, this is like a decision where it's like, okay, I don't know, do I want to buy BMW or Mercedes? Right? It all really
Yeah,
depends on certain things. They both are equally popular. They are equally paid. There's a lot of jobs in both, um, and they're gonna go continue to grow. Okay, but I believe in both have both. You can do web, and Angular has a way to do for mobile. React has a React Native to do mobile as well. But one thing you probably need to ask is, like, if you start one of them, do you know anybody who already knows Angular or React? Somebody can help you. Can you get involved in a project in one of those, right? If you have a React project but don't have Angular project, working with other people to learn more, maybe that's what you start. But doesn't matter which one you start, just start one. There's no need for doing both. First you do one. Um, and sometimes you start learning, you see, oh, this one is much easier for me to learn than the other one. When you spend few days, that will also help you decide, because depending on what background you already have, how much you already know, right? So for example, if you don't know MVC, Angular may be a little complicated for you,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
um,
definitely.
Go ahead.
The Angular does have, as you said, a bit of learning curve when it comes to React and other platforms. So if you have a good development background, just the way you said MVC, Angular is definitely going to help you out. Whereas if I talk about the React, usually startups are using a lot of React, and I think if you want to move into startups part, React would be good. But moving into Angular will definitely need a bit of learning curve. So definitely, as I said, depends on how much you know about your existing knowledge, and that should definitely help.
Yep. Looks like some guests are popping up. Isidora is here. She says hi. Hello. We miss you here on the show. We would love to have you on the show next time. Uh,
Yeah.
Maybe she should be there next growth mindset, because looks like she's doing a lot of community work. She believes in growth mindset. We should get you here in the next show. What do you think, Stephen?
Yeah, I mean, and we should be shipping the next pack of goodies too. I mean, people just love those goodies.
Yeah, definitely. We want to add more goodies to this. We want to add more prizes. Um,
Yeah.
Sharing on social media. We love, more people know, more people, it's all about, helping others. And eventually, we want more and more people to know about these shows.
Yeah, definitely. And one of our most loved goodies for this year is this eco-friendly pencils. You won't believe people would just reach out and say, "How should I actually use this stuff?" Right? The people are just not using the pencil; they're just planting it to see.
Oh, I was supposed to use the pencil?
Yeah.
I was so confused, and I just went outside and we planted. I like, then what's the point? What the point of pencil?
No, you need to you need to use it, right? So
Okay,
once
when
it's
you're
all,
done,
then you
but
plan.
I'm not gonna write for pencil for a year to finish it. This will never be done because
So
nobody
you
writes these days.
yeah, so you just break that wrap at the back and you just pop
Oh,
it up.
and Dia, she got so excited. We just planted all of them in one big pot.
All right, let's take the next question. That is, how do you actually manage the time? What's your advice on time management?
That's a good question because we can be lost during this pandemic, working from home, social media distractions, and so many other distractions. It could become hard. So the way I advise time management, few things I do myself, um, and there's no particular order. You can do in any order. So I keep my phone away. Phone is devil, evil. Don't even keep it close to you, okay? Unless you have some important things you think will get. Because don't make a habit of checking phone every minute or every second, because that's the worst thing you can do. Check it periodically. Like take some breaks, check in half an hour, check that. Number one. Number two, um, I group my emails and social media. So I don't go on social media, is not active on, it's not open all the time. When I take breaks, I every hour or so when I work. So I work my work schedule. I'll share a little bit here. I wake up around between 6 or 7. I work from 7 to 12 or 1. Then I take breaks. Then I work 2 hours in the afternoon. Then I work at night. But so let's in the morning, I take breaks almost every 45 minutes. And my breaks are 10 to 15 minutes. So in breaks I can make a tea, I can drink water, I can do stretching, I can do exercise. And I also then do check if I need to check my social media or anything. My emails are often kind of open because of my work, but if you don't need emails to reply every hour, I highly recommend do group, check emails in like every 2 hours or so. The another thing you can do is time management is make a to-do list. And the to-do list should be the one you can achieve in a day or in a half day when you're sitting and say, this is the work I'm going to do, and stick to that. Okay, don't just go around and just start doing work without writing. So if you make a to-do list and you do group tasks, avoid distractions, and then schedule yourself. So tell your mind um, that this time I'm going to do this. That's how it is. That then you will be more productive. Those are 4 or 5 tips I do. If you do certain things every week, make sure it's on the same time. For example, if you are learning something, say you're learning, say I don't know, something online, try to do it on the same time, because then your mind is trained to get into that position physically and mentally. You're ready for that. uh, Definitely take breaks. Definitely take if you are a programmer or a developer and you're not being productive, then take breaks because it's not helping. Don't force it. A lot of people try to force it because we feel like, oh, sometimes we feel guilty, we're not working enough. Then you just sit on computer, laptop, but you're not really being productive. You're watching TV, watching movie. That's just not helping. So hopefully these tips will help.
Yeah, uh, and I think we will take some final questions, and I think we'll just wrap it up. There's one more question coming from Paul. He says, in terms of the job market, how much do you think employers respect tech skills learned at home or on-site projects versus those learned in the workplace? Are skills learned without commercial experience respected?
Yeah, these days, yes, it's a good question. Yes, answer is yes. These days, employers already start assuming that, yeah, you are learning at home a lot. They are already, I see a lot of companies here, they give access to the developers to learn at home. And in here, I'm in local Philadelphia. Here, everybody's working from home anyway. So employers have already start giving everybody access to Linda, Pluralsight, and so many other platforms, and they expect you to actually learn at home, not at work these days. And definitely, these skills are respected. And the reason for that is that a lot of these platforms will also have a testing skill set where once you learn that you can also test. And then some of them employer can also see you what you have done so far. So yes, answer is they are accepted by employers, companies that you're learning something at home.
Perfect. So let's take the next question. That is, if anyone working hard and sometime we feel that we need to do extra on personal growth, but we are not able to do as we are so busy with our daily work. In this case, what one should do?
So a lot of people, again, this is a comeback to fixed mindset versus growth mindset. We all have 24 hours in a day. Everybody, either it's a Bill Gates or me or you or somebody is, I'm driving a truck. There's no difference, right? So if somebody comes and tells me that they're so busy in their life, they don't have time, that's just a big excuse to me. Okay. And I'll be very frank with you. Um, what we need to do is you need to prioritize your things what you want to achieve in life. Once you say, you know what, this my personal growth is a priority to me, you will find time for that. You may ignore watching I don't know, some show or TV or movie because your personal growth is now more interesting to you. You may skip, like a lot of time people take vacations, right? They love vacations, nothing wrong, that's great. For me, I've never taken vacation in my life because to me I don't find that very interesting in what I want to achieve in life. So you have to prioritize your things in life, and if once you do that, you will find time for your personal growth. There's no question with that. Sometimes we do get busy with the kids, depends on, there challenges comes when you live with family, but then you have to say something, you know what, guys, I'm sorry, you are my best friend, you are my parents. I know I should be here chatting with you, but I'm sorry, I'm going to take this half an hour, 1 hour, because this part is most important to me. And it's okay, first time they will not like it, second time they will not like it, third time they'll get used to it. Sometimes you don't need to take the friend's call. His best friend, maybe he's calling just to chit chat and talk about movies or his girlfriend or whatever frustration he has. You can say, sorry, let me call you back, please.
Yeah.
Because you
This
have
is
to prioritize those things. Based on your priorities, you will find time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you just said you recently watched the entire Game of Thrones series,
Yeah.
right? So you just took a break, right? You just
No,
spent some time.
I watch 1 hour every day with my son because that can also give us like a personal time together. Because he's
Yeah.
a teenager now, so with that means he doesn't talk to you a lot. Teenagers don't talk to you like once you are like 17 years old, and then best way is for them to get involved in a sport or something where they enjoy and you enjoy.
Okay, perfect. So let me quickly ask you, did you watch the complete seasons, the 8 seasons?
Yes, everything. Yes,
Oh my goodness. The
a
last
lot of
season, or
time. I watched in like 1 month.
oh my goodness. I mean, I watched the like entire like those all those years.
Yes,
The
so it's really
winter
addictive
is
too.
coming.
Sometimes we were like, "You want to do one more?" You know. So there were like weekends where I was like, today I'm going to take break. So that
Yeah.
will be where we'll watch 4 show in a row. It's like 5 hours, probably 6 hours.
I just wish the killing of White Walkers was a little more cinematic. I mean, it was just knife and dead.
No, it was fun. It was fun. I think this was complete entertainment.
Yeah. Okay. So many people are not getting us. So let's move to the next question. Sir, which internships are more beneficial? Internship with private companies or internship with government organizations?
So I don't think it matters if it's a private company or government. It's more about where you can learn more. One of the advantage in my, we get lucky in life. Like I got lucky when I started job is I work with small company where you get to learn a lot of things. You get to do everything, right? Sometimes if you join a really big company, they will put you in a little hole and you only do one thing. Oh, you just work on this part and that's it. Uh, so if you are someone to grow in life, want to become achieve bigger things and do your own thing, you want to go in a company where you have more chances, more opportunity to learn. problem solving, finding solutions, do everything. If some people they think like, some people they go like, oh, my company gives me so much work, my boss gives me so much work, so many things I'm involved in. Uh, in long run, that's actually good for you, which means you are training your mind to work on different things, solving problems. You may be frustrated because it's hard work. No, we don't, nobody, as a human, we don't like hard work. Okay, if you go to gym, I go to gym, walk around, yeah, doing this, looking myself, and like, oh yeah, good job. And once you have a trainer and he's making you sweat, you're like, oh shit, I'm not coming tomorrow.
Yeah, that's why I don't go.
but
I don't stand next to
but look at
trainers.
the results. I look at the results.
Yeah,
When you are doing what you enjoy, just hanging around, whatever, you're not going to grab big muscle. But if you're working with trainer, working hard, guess what? You're going to see the results.
yeah,
The same thing applies in mind and work wise as well. Once you start working hard and your habit becomes working hard, even at home, you're going to work hard. Even at your work, you're going to work hard. Regardless what you do, you're going to, that's your, because this is now your habit. This is your mindset.
yeah. Definitely
So,
good example of the gym, right? But there's many people would be able to relate with that.
yeah.
So it
So
looks
back
like
to
we.
so back to the answer Satyam asked. I think private companies will probably give you a lot more work and challenging work compared to government. That's my experience.
Yeah, so I think people these days here in India also there are many like government projects they look for interns. So
Yeah,
it definitely depends.
yeah,
Right. So I think it's time to wrap up. We are almost like an hour to this show. And any final words you would like to say, Mahesh? 2 hours
yeah. I
live
mean,
show.
nothing really. Just thank you so much for joining us. This was very entertaining. We're gonna continue to this every week. Our goal is try to bring more new guests to the show, and
Hmm.
then we're gonna have more prizes and make it more fun. It should
Yep.
not be boring. And you also, and anybody who's joining us, tell your friends, share on social media, and come join us again. Bring your questions. It could be any questions, right? There's no question is bad question.
Yep.
And we may not know answer to all, but we are here to discuss, chit chat, and most of all, want to motivate and inspire everybody. So that's how we go back. This is what something gives us time to think. Like, oh, really? I can do this, and we probably going to start bringing some serious, some serious successful people who have run companies in this show for 15 minutes to share that what made them successful. That's our end goal is in this show for 15 minutes we're going to bring somebody who has gone through, who has done that, who's done through the challenges, and now has become successful. And again,
Perfect.
thank you so much everybody, and see you again what next week.
Yeah, next week same time, 7:30 p.m. Indian time zone and 10 a.m. Eastern time zone.
Thank you everybody, enjoy the
Perfect.
weekend.
Yeah, thank you everyone for joining. See you in the next week.